deep breath before the plunge in crypto. That's where we are. Welcome back to the channel. Let me give you a little bit of the updates because I see a really good opportunity to test my theories. The volatility is low in crypto. People are bored, people are not paying attention, people are leaving the markets, people are not watching the charts, and that is the time when the volatility is going to kick in rapidly. And the time will be April this year, April 2025, the volatility is going to kick in. Why do I think so? Why do I see this as very likely? It's magnified not only by my, over the years you develop some kind of a gut feeling for these periods, for the low volatility periods. But moreover, there is a special thing that nobody else watches, but very few people, but few enough for this to work. And I've been telling you since the last year summer, since in my quarterlies there, I started analyzing and bringing you the indicator of measuring the fib levels in time between the halvings. Was the idea that I saw from CryptoCon, and I immediately thought this is a genius idea. So I then dove in, explored it myself, charted it myself. I spent hours looking at it, and we are now at the first fib level. 0.3, I believe, something. But anyway, it's the first fib level. And actually, over the past many years, this fib level has always been followed by a crash. But not only that, when you look at the last period between the last two halvings, so from the 2020 halving to 2024 halving, when you look at this period, there are 5 fib levels. And when you look at these levels, after every single one of these levels, we went down the whole past 4 years. Is this going to be different? Unlikely. But okay, when you look at the period before that, so from the 2016 halving to 2020 halving, when you measure the fib levels between these in time, then you are going to discover that from the 5 levels that you measure, the 5 classical fib levels, I would like to be the most used one, because of course you can adjust these levels based on your own research, but I haven't. I use the standard levels. And when you look at that period between 2016 and 2020, out of 5 levels, 3 times, so it's still majority of the times after each level there was a downside movement in the price of Bitcoin. Only in 2 occasions we had, after the level we went up, we had actually pump. So very likely we are going to see a downside move. So, and also if my left translated cycle model is actually really valid, then we will use this opportunity to dump, and we will use it to collapse quite hard. And by what I mean by that, I mean by Bitcoin going below 50 week moving average, which stands at around 75,000. If we hold that level, then actually, let's see first. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. But I am going to say that this is a deep breath before the plunge. Most of the large crypto analysts stubbornly bullish. Nobody of them says the cycle top is in. Link me the large analyst in crypto who says that, except for Dr. Crypto, the one I saw that he said the cycle top is in. Link me more if you have them. And I believe that April has high likelihood, and not only April, the next 2-3 weeks, not the end of April, the next 2 to 3 weeks, there is a likelihood we are going to go down for crypto And if we do go down below 75,000, below the 50-week MA, then my left translator cycle case is going to be again confirmed, because I've already saw some arguments or found some arguments that confirm this to me actually. If we will hold the 50-week moving average, then it's dubious, it's indecisive, it's not clear, it's unclear, it's mixed signals. If we won't go down at all during the next 2 to 3 weeks, in that case we can actually start debating invalidation.